What's going on, everybody? It's Childish back at it again, coming at you with another Soul Strike video. In today's video, we are on episode 8 of our Let's Play series, getting ready to show you guys the biggest milestone that I've hit in this game so far, which is going up against the big boss of normal stage 6-100 here. We're looking to get it done. But in today's video, we got a little surprise here. I've already tried it on the side and I actually failed. So what we're going to be focusing on today is 5 big reasons that you can use, or 5 different ways that you can use to upgrade your character so that you can just kind of get back in that match and just pummel through the content. But before we get into that though, thank you guys so much for your support. Thank you guys so much for clicking on this video. If you're one of those random people out there that have been looking to support the channel for a long time and wondering what you could do, all you got to do is like the video, subscribe to the channel, and of course hit the notification bell so you guys know when the next video drops. When I see those views, when I see those likes, when I see those subscriptions to the channel, that means that you guys are enjoying it and you want me to make more. So let me know. Let me know. That's the easiest way to do it. So yeah, anyways, getting back into it. Everybody knows like the basic ways of upgrading, but there's a couple of things out there that we constantly forget. And I want to go ahead and show you guys that because I recently learned, got reminded here as I did a recent collab with ComToUs. So I wanted to go ahead and tell you guys some of the things I learned in that specific stream session. Okay, so the character screen, getting back into this, the classes, you know, when we take a look at these classes here, we think about the class that we're currently working on and doing everything in their power to upgrade it. But the thing that we don't forget, or the thing that we constantly forget about, is the unique effects. We understand that the main stat up top, right under the weapon masters, is going to be the main stat that we get once we equip it. But the unique effects is a passive stat that gets added regardless if you're wearing it or not. So if you are one of those people that have been neglecting specific columns that provide certain stats you're looking for, like this one here, attack and HP, or like this one here, final damage and HP recovery. If you're one of those people out there that have not been leveling up various classes in order to get those stats in, then you are losing out on a lot of value. So what I'm saying is, as you guys can see, I can't really show you right now because I've already leveled up, but if you ever get working on weapon mastery, you're like, oh, you know what, I'm level 84, let me get it off to level 100. Wait, I don't have the stats. I don't have the stats to get there because I only have like 2.7 billion left. But if I come back over here, I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I got an ability here that also provides attack and HP, and I got 1 billion of my resource here. I can level this up twice and get a little bit of added bonus. So that's something that you can do across the board, obviously emphasizing the ones that are a little bit higher caliber, right? The S ranks, the A ranks, and of course the double S ranks here. So kind of keep that in mind as you progress and as that opportunity arises, okay? Next thing that we talk about here, the attributes. This is something that I think we obviously know about, but so the way how this initial one is set up is that, you know, basically you need to kind of just click on everything, pick everything, and then eventually, you know, you'll be able to move to the next one as you know, hit that milestone. But one of the things that will come close is that you'll start to realize that you only need specific lanes, you could say, or trees, skill trees, in order to get specific things. So just keep that in mind because there's certain things that, while they look good on paper, they don't provide as much value as possible. So you gotta mix it up, try new things, reset your stats, do it again, and then see what kind of goes on there. Again, if you guys haven't had a chance to check it out, maybe check the Reddit or check the Discord, as a lot of people out there have provided various builds, various ways of doing this here. But for me personally, I just kind of been looking at the stuff. It's just writing on the wall, right? I look for the attack, I look for the critical rate, the critical damage, the final damage. I'm looking for the offensive stats right now, and then I'll focus on balancing out my character down the road. So getting back to the upgrade, this is pretty straightforward. Everybody knows about this, but one of the things that we forget about is the check that awaken tab and make sure that we're constantly going back here and leveling up these stats. We got a multitude of stats that we can level up. Once we get them done, we'll probably have an upgrade on our cube, our awakening cube, but sometimes we even have a trial of challenge that we got to do here. But ultimately, you constantly level these up, you constantly get those stats here, focusing on the ones that are going to provide you the most value. I'm leaning towards, again, the attack, the critical rate, the critical damage, the HP percentage stuff, versus stuff like accuracy, whatnot here. So again, once I get those resources, I'll go ahead and get those up. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now. Okay, next thing we got going on here is going to be the form, right? This is where we check on our skills, our allies, and of course our relics when those come around. Obviously, like everybody knows that when they get their highest, you know, quality skills, you know, they want to get those going, they want to level those up and try to use those as much as possible. What we constantly forget about is the combination of skills and abilities, the one that are synergized well with each other, whether it's, you know, a combination of AoE abilities or a combination of single target abilities, or a combination of, you know, specific support-like abilities to provide you a little bit of support versus a certain stage. All those kind of go into play. We constantly forget about it. So again, depending on what you're trying to do, you really need to like hone in on that, level that up here. So like, and then to put it bluntly, right now we have the opportunity to awaken our abilities. Take note that once you awaken them, you get some stats here. So keep that in mind. Keep that in mind when you do it. You don't want to sit here just because you're not using a skill. You don't want to sit here and like not awaken up. If you're using a skill and you haven't awakened it, you'll realize what you do. You're going to get yourself a little bit more stats as well. So kind of keep that in mind. Some people just focus on getting over here and leveling up the skill, but they don't think about, you know, using the resources to evolve it, level it up in that fashion so that you can get some added bonuses as well. Okay, allies. This is pretty much, you know, straight going on here. We always think about, you know, whatever allies we have and the stats that, you know, we can use to bring that up with. But again, same thing as before. We're looking to awaken the classes that we have available so that we can get the added bonus. Take note that all the units that I leveled up here to evolve, I did receive a little bit of added bonus on my stats, but I don't currently have those equipped. I have Betty, I have Vanessa equipped, but I still got some added bonus on that. So just kind of keep that in mind as you're progressing the game. Always looking to do it big and get that stuff done so you can improve your stuff. And then last but not least, this is another thing that I think we constantly forget about as well. The enhancements. Coming on over here and making sure that you are enhancing your stuff as much as possible. Of course, I put the emphasis on the weapon on the back because those provide the main stats that I'm looking for. Of course, the attack, the critical rate, whatnot, but this one here, I got attack speed, I got damage to boss monsters. Okay, so this is specific to the item, but these are generally kind of the stats that we generally see in this kind of range here. So, you know, obviously I'm looking to level those up, and as you level them up, the higher you get the enhancements, the lower the success rate. Yeah, it's going to be, you know, it's going to happen over time, which is fine, but the big thing to take note on is that the enhancements stick. The enhancements are permanent. They will stay on that specific item, right? So keep that in mind as you're doing it, because once you you know, find new stuff, you might be like, oh, you know what, I'm not sure if I want to wear it because I put plus 40 on something else. Like, no, you didn't. You just put plus 40 in that specific like area, right? So you'll still get it regardless of what you put in there. Okay, so again, focusing on those main 3 to 5 areas are going to be important. And the last but not least, the one that gets an honorable mention that I actually messed up, I think in a previous video, is the titles. The titles is something that we constantly forget about because it's just in the top left corner. We don't really grab it. Well, the thing that I messed up about this one is that I thought that once you grabbed your titles here, you will see that we'll get a little bit of improvement here, right? And we'll get those stats. So we're like, okay, that sounds good. Now, these are now options for us, and then whichever one I want to use will give me that added bonus. But take note, like when I click on this one, there is no added bonus, right? There is no added bonus for whichever one I equip. It's just specifically a title. So what does that mean? That means that if you're one of those people out there that haven't been coming up here and clicking on your titles, once you grab it, that is a stat improvement. So there's probably a lot of you out there that have not grabbed these ones that get a nice little added bonus. Keep that in mind if you haven't done it. This is going to be something that you're going to be getting a lot over time. So now, guys, it's time to get this done. We have finally moved on. We are going to get the Black Dragon here. Let's see if we can take this baby out. Again, I'm going to be letting it go auto and see if we can get it done, because we have made some improvements here, and we're going to see if look at our team right now. They're just kind of running around getting feared. Let's see if the improvements that we made is going to be enough to get it done. Take note that he's really low on the HP, but we only have a few seconds to go, and we were able to clear it, so that is super cool. Because again, guys, like I said before, I just got done doing this right before I recorded, and I wasn't able to clear it. Just the small little upgrades that I made between the character screen, the upgrade screen, the forms, and of course the titles. Those little improvements all helped me out to get it done. And to kind of help people out, again, I'm going to showcase everything that we got going on right now, so you guys could see kind of where you're at in comparison to where I'm at. And you can kind of get an idea stat-wise. You might have to pause the screen for this one here. You might want to get an idea stat-wise where you're at, so that you can, you know, figure out, hey, am I under-leveled? Am I outclassed? You know, whatever like that. Like you can get an idea of where you're currently at right now. So again, majority of my skills, you know, level 30 to 50. Majority of my allies, level 50, the ones that I use. And then those stats over here that we showcased, yeah, nothing crazy over there. Just kind of in that vicinity of 3,000 to 5,000, with a couple of these other ones here kind of slacking. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the video, guys. We have finally cleared the normal stages. Again, I've been seeing so many people, whether it's on stream or whether it was like pictures that they're sending me in Discord and stuff like that. A lot of people have been progressing really hard, And I'm like, wow, that's crazy. You guys are already that far. And I forget, like, oh my gosh, like, wait a minute. You guys been playing for 6 months. I've been playing for 6 days. So I get it. I get it. It's going to take me some time. I'm learning. I'm getting there. But hopefully this video helped you out. Hopefully this video gave you an idea of what you got to do in order to get yourself that clear for that stage 6-100 on normal, clearing the first big boss there. So yeah, that's going to be it for the video, guys. Thank you guys so much for your support. And as always, fam, like the video, subscribe to the channel. We will see you guys all in the next one. Take care.